Welcome to the Debt Doctor podcast, where we deliver the definitive prescription for navigating distressed real estate debt. I'm your host and America's most qualified debt doctor, Bill Bymel. I've spent my career investing in, diagnosing, and reviving thousands of distressed real estate situations. The Debt Doctor prescribes proprietary remedies to help you identify, acquire, and monetize undervalued real estate assets. Each episode gives you insider access to the strategies top cohorts use to transform market volatility into double-digit returns. If you enjoy what you hear today, hit the follow button, subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and please share your support with a quick review. You can find me on the web at billbymel.com. Thanks for joining this episode of The Debt Doctor. Hello again. My name is Bill Bymel, and I just wired the U.S. taxpayers $25 million today. That's correct. Here we are, second week of October, in the middle of a government shutdown, when you really can't even pick up the phone to talk to anyone inside the federal government legally. I transacted with HUD today and bought 118 non-performing reverse mortgages, vacant properties, deceased borrowers. These are loans that the U.S. federal government, that means you, the taxpayer, bought these loans as an insurance to banks that were issuing reverse mortgages. What I like to call the Tom Selleck mortgages, if you watch late night advertising. Yep, eventually those loans do end up back in the hands of you, the U.S. taxpayer, or AKA our federal government. That is a federal government that's currently in a shutdown, but we made this deal with the federal government a few months ago, and they got a special dispensation to be able to make this transaction work. Why not? We're actually paying the U.S. taxpayers money. Millions and millions of dollars, as a matter of fact. I'm one of about 24 investors that are transacting this month with HUD in the midst of a government shutdown. It's quite an honor to be able to pay you, my friends, the U.S. taxpayers, back. Why do we have these houses sitting on inventory at the federal government? No one knows. Well, it's the process. It's a really amazing program, the reverse program. FHA, aka HUD, insures first-time home buyers, but they also insure end of life. The reverse mortgage program has allowed millions of American senior citizens to access the equity in their home and basically get a guarantee that they can live the rest of their lives in that home that they had built up equity in prior. It's a very good program for those that need it. Unfortunately, more and more of our senior citizens, the baby boomers, are needing this program now more than ever. So we see more and more folks returning to Tom Selleck or one of the many banks and private lenders that offer these reverse mortgages. And my job is the cleanup. We found a niche buying these loans in foreclosable defaulted form from you, the U.S. taxpayer, from HUD, and we buy them, we fix them up, and we sell them back to the market. It is the ultimate win-win. It's what we're all about at First Lien Capital. You know, the ability to go in and put cash back in the coffers of the U.S. government, one that's laden with debt that really needs our cash. Getting these assets off the books. These have been sitting on the books in some cases for more than a year at HUD. Getting these off the books, getting them dealt with. There's no mechanism in HUD to deal with these reverse defaulted mortgages that need to be turned into a clean title through either probate, deed in lieu, or foreclosure. And the DOJ certainly has its hands full in other arenas and they're not interested in getting involved in foreclosing on houses. So they turn to the private market. They turn to experts like us, ones that know how to deal with heirs to the estate, know how to deal with probate attorneys, know how to deal with the foreclosure, and make sure that these properties are well cared for through our broker network and our team of vendor agents. And then we deliver this product back to the market. In many cases, we're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to fix a property up. In most cases, at least tens of thousands of dollars. We're taking properties that, it's probably that house down the street from you that has been sitting vacant for 18 months, maybe even boarded up, a sign. That there was some elderly couple that used to live there, and now it's just sitting there vacant. No one knows why. That's the kind of house that we're cleaning up. We're paying the taxpayers back for that paper in note form. And we spend our time talking to heirs, talking to estates, talking to probate attorneys, and working to get the property back into a title of our entity. We then invest the money to repair and rehab, bring them back up to our local neighborhood standards, and deliver new inventory that's much needed to a starving market. Now, I will say that new inventory that is much needed to a starving market a little bit tongue-in-cheek. The reason for it is that we plan to do an episode here on the Debt Doctor in the near future that addresses the fallacy of a lack of housing in America. Turns out that multifamily new construction units were at 1.5 million delivered each of the last 2 years, the highest number of new construction multifamily delivered to the market since the 70s. You also have a housing inventory in number that has not declined. In fact, it has increased in line with the population increases. We have just as many houses per capita, per American citizen here in the U.S. as we did in 2008. And if those of you that were around for 2008, 2009, there were plenty of vacant houses. And I would probably say there's some vacant houses now. I know a lot of wealthy individuals who have second homes, third homes, fourth homes. The fourth home, in many cases, was the one they tried to Airbnb and have failed at it. And then there's a lot of investors, mom and pop, those just starting out, the TikTok investors that are sitting on inventory that's highly leveraged, that was supposed to be residential income inventory, and with the rise of rates of that leverage, there's a tough time going on. That's the DSCR loan. I know I covered a lot, and I know I talk about a lot, but I just wanted to check in here and let you know, those of you that are watching that are U.S. taxpayers, you're welcome. We wired you some money today, and we were proud to do it because it was a good deal for us, and it's a lot of work ahead, but we will do a win-win here. We'll make a little bit of money, and we will deliver some much-needed housing inventory. It's been great talking to you. Thanks for checking in with the Debt Doctor, Bill Bymel. Till next time. That's a wrap of today's episode of Debt Doctor. I enjoy bringing this content to you each and every week, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Remember to follow us so you get notified whenever new episodes release. If you haven't already done so, please share one of your favorite episodes with a friend, family, or colleagues, and if you don't mind, leave us a positive review on Apple, Spotify, or whatever your favorite listening platform might be. Until next time, thank you for investing your time with us on the Debt Doctor.